What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're looking at something a little different that I've done on the channel before. And we're taking a look at these two amazing figures. Now, honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I absolutely love these guys. These guys are the Mcfarland, Doomslayer, and Marauder from the Mcfarland wave of Doom Eternal figures. And I decided to custom paint these guys, and I'm honestly super proud of how these guys look. Like, I haven't done custom like paints in forever. I used to do it like on Legos and stuff because I used to watch Michael MGF a lot, and that's kind of what prompted me to do this. And I haven't done it in a while. And when I saw the images for the Figma Doomslayer that came out, which is like so awesome looking, and I absolutely love it so much. Sadly, I might not be able to get it because, like, Jesus Christ, it's expensive. But I decided, fuck it, let's just paint these guys. So, without further delays, we're going to take a look at the very first figure, and that is the Doomslayer. So, let's get right on into it. So here we have the Doomslayer in the flesh, here in person, and I absolutely just love the way he looks. I think the last paint job was just kind of, there was just so much missing from that paint job, to be honest. Like, there was a lot to be desired from the figure, and I know a lot of people agree with me on that, and it's so cool to like see him fully painted and a bunch of little details painted as well. But I tried my best with him. Honestly, I really like the Marauder better than this paint job. It was really hard to figure out how to really do this figure. It was just so hard to do, but I pretty much use a assortment of stuff that is super easy to get, and I'll definitely be showing those so you guys can do it as well if you want to. But it was just so cool, and painting like all the little details is so amazing. It's just such a bizarre, I don't know, it's just so cool to like see all these little details, and it kind of sucks that it's not painted by like by the company, which kind of sucks, to be honest. But there's just so much little hidden details that you can't really see. But with this paint, with like a paint job or something, it really pops it out. So we're going to take a closer look at each part and see what it looks like. So the helmet is the first part we're going to look at, and it really wasn't too bad to get. It was kind of hard to figure out what I was going to do with the visor, but I decided to do really nothing with it, which kind of sucks. I mean, I do have like an idea that I just came up with now, is like maybe getting like some kind of I don't know, it's kind of a sticker, but not really, but like just like something to give it like a face on the inside, because you can see the Doomslayer's face in Doom Eternal, and it would just be kind of cool to emulate that with the figure instead of a black visor. But this is pretty much as I got going for me right now, just a plain old black visor. Other little details that you can see, because I focused on more of the details on here, but as you can see, I really tried my best. It definitely is not perfect, and there is like some scuffs here and there, which I'll talk about in a little bit. It's definitely not perfect. I can agree with that with probably both these figures, that they are far from perfect. This is just something that I really wanted to do, and I'm just glad a lot of people did like it. I did post this on my on the community page on Facebook, and so many of you guys liked this, and I was so happy to see how much like kind of support it was getting, and it just kind of made me want to do this video just to look at it and maybe go back one day. But I did want to do this Doomslayer as more of a kind of a beat up Doomslayer, instead of the clean armor that we do see in the game, more of a scuffed up version, which is why I went for more of a silver look. But as you can see, there's like so much scuffing on him. The paint is like just scratched up. He's got so much battle damage on his helmet where the silver is showing on the side, which I absolutely love that little detail. And little silver parts here and there on the face. And at the front, you can see that there is some silver there as well. Um, it was kind of hard to do the kind of the front part because I wasn't really too sure. But if I just looked at the helmet that I have, I could have just done that. But that's an easy fix. I'll probably go over this entire thing with silver and kind of fix that. I did add some little red lights here and there. And I did try to do the Slayer symbol, but it didn't turn out as good. So I might go back in there with like a pen or something and try to take another crack at it. But it's definitely not 100% complete, but it's super close to being complete. And I did get a lot of these scuff marks by using like sandpaper. And all I did was just kind of rub it on as very gently, but kind of hard as I could to kind of get that scratched look, which does look nice. There are some little details here that I really wanted to paint silver, but it's so hard to really see sometimes. Like, I'm telling you, these figures have so much detailing, it's so hard to really keep track and to really just get into detail. Like, just really staring at it, you know what I mean? There's just so many little things that I definitely am gonna miss. Like these little parts here at the side. Um, but I might go over them as I said before. Um, I am so happy. The helmet is probably my favorite part. No, there's definitely some other parts of this figure, but I think just I, I think just like the helmet looking all beat up is so awesome. I especially love this view right here, and that you could see the silver, and that's just so cool to me. So that is pretty much the helmet. The helmet was not hard to do at all. I think the only hardest part to do was these little tiny bits here and there. He also does have some detail at the top of the head, as you can see there, which is not too bad. You can also see like some thumbprints and stuff on the figure as well, which kind of does suck, but I mean, what can you do really? So, let's see other parts. The next part is the chest, and like with the helmet, I wanted to give it like a more scuffed up look. And as you can see, I did do the sandpaper again and make it very scuffed up just right here at the chest. Like a bunch of demons were scratching at him over time. That is just wearing off. And the silver, again, is still coming through the armor. And it just looks so, so nice. Really, really do like how that looks. Um, this bottom part right here definitely was kind of challenging. I did have to like kind of split his entire torso in half to really get in there as best I could, but that's pretty much as far as I got. With the shoulders were definitely probably the funnest part to do because there was just so much little detail, but enough that it was just so much fun to do. The sides are all painted silver, along with these little details there, and in the inside of the inside to split up the shoulder pieces, which does look super nice, in my opinion. He also does have some detailing at the back as well. I know he does have some lights. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of lights on the Doomslayer, but it's super hard to get to him. So maybe someday I'll get to him, but not anytime soon. Again, pretty much all over the figure does have that same scratched up effects that I did with the sandpaper. And I did put a lot of silver on the back as well. And as you can see, kind of like at this collar part, more scratchiness there. Then we go to the other side, which is right here, which is all painted silver. Really, really do like it. I absolutely love this side more than the other because I just love the brown and silver combination that just looks so good together. And not only that, I did add more of a bronze look to this arm as well, which you will see on the figure a little bit more, and you probably saw it on the torso, but if not, it is on the torso as well. But I did add like more of a gold bronzy look to the figure, which does look really, really cool, especially with the silver in there as well. Really, really do like just the way it looks. Really, really, I'm just super happy with how it turned out. Getting into like little nooks and crannies does leave for potential paint slips, which, as you can see, I did do right there, which does kind of suck. Um, but it's not too bad. Um, I just wish I kind of like maybe brushed it a little bit more to like make it look like it's more weathering than just kind of a paint mishap. But I guess that's fine. He also does have some very nice, or just some painting at the hand as well, which I really, really do like because painting the fingers individually was super, super fun. Really, really do like it, and I absolutely just love the hints of gold. That's just like the best part. And even on the inside of the hand is a little painted, not too much, but I mean, I didn't really go into it to like paint the inside of the hands since he's holding something or a little bit more. Um, with the skin is probably the hardest thing to do on a figure. I still haven't mastered it, but I'm trying to get there, but it's super hard to do. And with him, since he was kind of like my first figure to like do like a skin look, it was just really, really hard. So I just decided to make it look a little dirty to kind of match the overall tone of his armor as well, to make him look scuffed up. And as you can see on the underside of the armor, he does have some more scuffed up looks here as well. So that's pretty cool. And with his other gauntlet as well, you could see the highlights of the bronze as well, with the green as well, which does look pretty nice. Pretty much the exact same thing with this hand as well as with the other hand. Um, Always super fun. This arm is a lot lighter than that arm, but I think I do prefer this one look a little bit more since it's not as dark. But what can you do? Going down to the legs, the crotch part was definitely a super fun part to do as well. Um, because there was so much little details on his belt as well, and it was just super fun to do. But as you can see, there are some parts that are individually painted silver, and some of them I kind of did leave alone, like kind of these kind of little parts here. If you can see that, just these ones here, I kind of left those alone a little bit. But other than that, I tried my best to get in there as best I could for whatever details I could find. He also does have a little pouch on his side and on the other side as well. And as you can see, another little paint mishap there. There's probably a lot around, but that does look super, super cool as well. And he also does have another pouch which pretty much has the same design, along with the ones on the back as well. Down lower at the legs, he does have that same effect with the paint chipping and stuff. You'll probably see it more on the front with more of the scratches and stuff like that. He does have some silver at these little parts right here, which is pretty nice. Definitely a pain to get. And lower at the legs, he does have some more detail at the boots when we're coming down to the boots. And the boots were definitely another fun part as well, because the boots with the Doomslayer and the Marauder were super fun to do. Really, really did like doing the boots because there's just so much little details here and there. It was super hard to, it was just so fun to really do. Um, just really like the amount of detailing. And with the dry brushing on the legs, you can see that there's just scuffed up metal, which does look super, super nice. All these little details was just so fun to do. Really, really enjoyed doing this figure. But like I said, I really wanted a more weathered Doom guy than the kind of traditional green. I was planning on doing kind of a more accurate look on him, but I just decided to go with this one because like I just wanted to see like a whole battle damage look, to see what the Doomslayer would look like, and I actually really, really do like it. The Doomslayer's arsenal of weapons was also a really, really fun thing to do with his um, wrist blade, his super shotgun, and the frag grenade or ice blast. I think that's pretty much like the grenades that he shoots, but um, with all three of these, super fun to do. I think the least favorite one to do was this one because it was just kind of hard to really put detail into it, but I managed to do a little bit. I think the most fun was this one, but we're going to take a look at his wrist, his shoulder cannon first, and it does look pretty decent. I do not mind it that much. I do wish I did a little bit more, but I really don't know what else I could have done. Um, but I really do like it. You do see some silver in there as well, along with the black uh, kind of look to it as well. And you can see there is some fingerprints on this one. I didn't get to really get too much into this one as well. You can do see like some of the gold on the side there, which does look pretty nice. And I did paint the front of the barrel as well, which does look nice, and you can see some gold up top, but that's pretty much where this comes to an end. The wrist blade was a pretty fun one to do. I kind of did a little bit more to it before this video, and I really kind of dig it. I dig it a lot. Um, it was gonna be a case where it was gonna be like the shoulder cannon, where there wasn't really too much into it, but I managed to find some spots where it does look really nice. I did add some silver to like kind of the edges here and along that part there, and some on this part as well, just to kind of give it a little more detailing as well. At the I just to give it a little more flavor to it. Probably over detailed it, but it's not too bad. As you can see, there is some spots here as well with some silver around there, and I did add some blood to the kind of front part, like he's been slashing so many demons with it. Super cool. Really do like it. And last but not least, we have the super shotgun, and this was super fun to do because this is based on the Lux super shotgun, the Lux skin from the events, and I was so happy to do it. When I was gonna do the one of the super shotguns, which you'll see in a little bit, I just went for a basic look, and then I figured out I did have another one because I did have the Doomacorn figure, so I was like, let's just make one of the custom skins, and I chose this one because I really do like it, and I absolutely love the detailing on it. And as you can see, there is some little spots here and on the underneath right here, which kind of matched the Lux shotgun kind of look, which was super cool to see, or super cool to like kind of notice. Um, really did like that. He also has some. There's just so much gold on this. It's really cool. The front or like the underneath is pretty nice. Really do like the gold on it. I think my least favorite part about it is on the inside of here. It was super hard to really get in there because you can't really, make markings of like a demonic language or ancient language on there. So I just had to do like little dots, which do work, but it's not too bad. But I feel like it could have been a little bit better. But as you can see, there is some more gold there. Uh, More of a gunmetal gray at the kind of all over, or more of a black, really, all over the figure, or all over the weapon. And it does look really cool. Absolutely, I just really love how I managed to get this done. I'm super just happy overall with the figure. Even though it's not a Figma figure, it's still really cool. And I'm pretty content with this figure. And I just really am happy that I was able to do the paint job. So let's move on to the next figure, the Marauder. Like I said, the Marauder is definitely my favorite out of the two. He is just probably the best that I could probably do. I absolutely love how he looks. And since I mentioned a lot of how I did some of the techniques, I didn't do the sandpaper one, kind of like the more scuffed up looks for the sandpaper or with the sandpaper. But I did do pretty much the exact same things I've talked about, and pretty much it really. So let's just get right on to looking at them. But first, we're just going to talk about just the overall enjoyment I had with it. Again, you're going to hear this probably a lot, but I'm going to try to end it now. I enjoyed doing these figures. Again, these guys have so much detailing in them that it was just so fun to do. And I probably did miss like so many, but I'm just happy with how this guy looks. He is just super, super nice. So let's get right into it by looking at his head. The head was definitely a cool part to do. Really, really did enjoy how his head, just the way it looks, really, really nice. I painted some more red eyes besides the yellow ones that he did have. Because in the game it's pretty much more red than anything. So I think that that was a better choice to do, which does look super nice because he does look super demonic. The mask was super fun to do. Not too much detailing, but I did add some kind of silver into them as well. And it's pretty fun to do. The horns were not too hard. It wasn't too much of a challenge to do the horns, really. But other than that, there's really not much to talk about the head. The head is just a beautiful sculpt overall. And I did add these very blue, shiny ass, like, veins on his head and also on his chest as well that are pretty easily to wipe off. But I did use kind of like a weird gel pen. But I think it does work, even though it is like a glitter pen. I really do like how it shines like that. And you can see that on the chest as well. I added a lot of that kind of glitter, uh, that glitter pen on there, and it does pop. It really does look super nice. Definitely does look like veins, to be honest. And you can see that pretty much all throughout the figure. It has wiped off, but I just think it does look super nice that it really doesn't matter because it kind of does stay on and it still looks like veins. Really, really do like it. I did miss some on the arms as well that I'm noticing right now. But I just really, really do like it. And as you can see, the front is painted as well. Um, some of the silver did wipe off, but it's pretty much stuck on there now, so we shouldn't have any problem. I mean, it probably could wipe off, but it's pretty much on there. I did paint the buckles. All the buckles should be painted as well because he was very bland with his paint job. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but there were so many little spots missed that it was just so fun to really get in there and do. Oh shoot. Doing his shoulders was super fun as well. Again, with like the Slayer, I went kind of around the edges, and he had a bunch, so I pretty much went around there, around there, around there. It was really, really cool to do. There's also some little parts that I did as well, and I had more fun doing this side because this just looks super, super cool, and he does have a lot more of that, of the kind of like these sides that I did as well. Super cool. I did mess up right there, as you can see, but that's not too bad. The gauntlets are painted as well, individual um, gauntlets as well, which was super fun to do. Did got underneath there, got some more buckle painted, got more of the gauntlet painted, which was super, super cool. Elbow is also painted as well, and the back I did as well, which was kind of recent because I did forget to do these ones, but I did them before I started the review, so that's pretty nice. Really, really do like it. And some parts do look like they're not painted, like these little parts, but I do remember doing them, so just the paint's kind of coming off. Um, the bullets were super fun to do. Like, the bullets were just so cool, and I just love how they were there. I didn't really notice them, but now they're kind of noticeable with the paint job. Really, really do like it. Again, I used more of like a gold and the silver um, technique that I did with the Sharpie, which does look super nice. Really, really do like how it all looks together. It looks, I'm just so happy with how it looks all together. The skulls are also painted as well. Um, Not too much, but it's pretty nice. I did paint kind of the chain, kind of like this chainmail here and layer as well. Um, did get some of the boots. The boots were again super fun and I think more enjoyable than the Slayers because he did have all these buckles, all these little spots there, which was super, nice. Um, but other than that, pretty much the same, I also did do this part as well, which the Slayer does have as well that I kind of noticed. But you can see that he kind of does have that as well, but I pretty much used the... I don't think I used the gold. I think I did, but it's pretty much it with the Marauder, but the Marauder was definitely the funnest to do. I know this one doesn't really count as the Marauder accessory, but it does fit with him. But his is pretty much just a normal shotgun. Um, I know that the Marauder does not have a super shotgun, so it should not have this, but I just decided to keep it on. I was thinking about cutting it off, but I just, yeah, whatever. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I just decided to make the most of it. So there's really not much detailing on this one as the Lux one that I did. I think all I did was just add just kind of like the black shoe polish that I use, and just a little bit of blood um, at the meat hook. And other than that, there's really not much else. I didn't really go in there and paint it too detailed. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the shotgun. And with his uh, energy axe, it pretty much the same. There's really not much. I did add the, again, black shoe polish, and I did add some like the Sharpie look just to kind of give it some shine to it a little bit. Nothing was done here since it's kind of transparent and it does look cool in light. But other than that, there's really not much else to really talk about, really. And pretty much this was all I used for painting all these guys. This one was kind of used more for like the dry brushing on the armor, just to give it a little bit more, just kind of a scratched up look. And this one was for the Doomslayer, just to kind of give them a more scratched up look. This one I covered both figures entirely with this stuff, then wiped it off soon after, and I just really liked it. I pretty much just took a paintbrush, painted the figures, and wiped it off as soon as I could, um, which was pretty nice. I do use the Sharpie, just a normal Sharpie, for all of the little silver parts that are on the figure, because it's super hard to paint like little gold parts. And this one was just kind of an added um, for using the Marauder's veins. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And I did use this one and a different color, which was more of a gold or a bronze silver Sharpie. But other than that, again, that's pretty much it. And also with the Marauder, I did use the black shoe polish on the skin, which I was kind of iffy about. I kind of wanted a darker look, but I did look at the game, and he does have pretty much the exact same skin that the actual figure has, so that was pretty cool. But I already put the black shoe polish on, and it does look darker than I wanted it to. But after kind of painting the armor darker as well, and just adding all these details, I absolutely love it. It just looks so cool. I also did paint his fingernails in a black Sharpie as well, that I forgot to mention. Um, but other than that, that's pretty much it with the Marauder. Pretty much all the same stuff. Just really cool of how he came out. I also did paint the inside of his button, or the inside of there as well, with a red Sharpie. And I did the same with the Doomslayer as well. Um, but I think that's pretty much it. So let's wrap this video up and let's finish this. But with all of that being said, these guys are absolutely awesome, and I'm just super happy with how they look. Um, I especially love just how dark and just how the Marauder looks is just super cool. Really do like both of these figures. Um, but yeah, and I'm pretty impressed with myself, since this is like kind of forever since I've done customs before. But other than that, that's pretty much it. So let me know. Just let me know what you guys think of these figures. I really do like them, but I really want to hear what you guys think and what can I improve on with these figures. And I'm definitely doing more. I am starting a Justice League, so you might be seeing one more Justice League figure or video soon. Maybe not soon, probably in a while, but I haven't even gotten to them yet. But other than that, that's going to be it for the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, I did do something a little bit different that you saw at the beginning of the video and kind of throughout the video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. And if you were here to the end, thank you. I really do appreciate that. So that is going to be all for this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys next time. Love you. I love your show. Take care.